Good morning, everyone. We're over here on the Crimes and Investigations channel. Happy Friday, everybody. You know how it goes. We have to transition around. We got to move around. There's definitely some sort of a target, though, happening to certain content creators out here in the YouTube sphere. I don't know what it is, but they're targeting King Von footage. So heads up to any of you content creators out there who've done stories, even if in the past, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, anything around the night that King Von got murdered. Somebody is definitely targeting those type of videos. Anything outside that hookah lounge, also. But what's up, everybody? I have a bit of an update to this story with Ann Heche. It's gotten much grimmer, and a little bit. I think some of the results coming out are a bit interesting from some of the alcohol and drug testing that's come back already. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. What's up, Gloria, TRG, Dennis Givens? Hello. So Ann Heche is not expected to survive. Apparently, she has a severe brain injury. News first, but see, I don't want to forget this. Listen, I ran up on somebody's video. I don't remember the content creator's name. This was probably yesterday or something. I don't even know how I came across it. You know how you get in the YouTube hole, right? Just shit starts coming up, being recommended, whatever. Somebody was talking about how Ann Heche was a zombie, right? It was just interesting. The way that the cloth was folded was interesting. I don't know if they did that because they knew who she was. I don't know. But anyway, you're gonna see that video because it's sort of been trending, but I don't know why I mentioned it. But I seen it. Almost have to be something, driving around crazily like that, but that's been caught on film. But Ann Heche rep has actually even told TMZ that unfortunately, due to her accident, she suffered a severe anoxic brain injury, remains in a coma, in critical condition. She is not expected to survive. Plans have been put in place to possibly donate Ann's organs. They say that it has long been her choice to donate her organs, and she is being kept on life support to determine if any are viable. It almost seems like a goodbye message, right? Because it goes on to say, we want to thank everyone for their kind wishes and prayers for Ann's recovery and thank the dedicated staff and wonderful nurses that cared for Ann at the Grossman Burn Center at West Hills Hospital. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like the end, sort of a type of messaging going into that, right? Heche committed at least 2 separate hit and runs last Friday, 1 week ago. She was in a Mini Cooper, crashed her Mini Cooper into someone's home, caused a fiery blaze. Blood tests. That was some of the question towards the beginning of this, was around whether or not authorities had gotten blood tests on Ann Heche right at the time that this accident happened, because the longer that it goes, right? But Apparently, the actress was positive under the influence of cocaine and possibly fentanyl at the time of the crash. Her rep also went on to say Anne had a huge heart and touched everyone she met with her generous spirit more than her extraordinary talent. She saw spreading kindness and joy as her life's work, especially moving the needle for acceptance of who you love. She will be remembered for her courageous honesty and dearly missed for her light. So TMZ has also published another story, right? Let me show you this. Man. I'm surprised that Anne Heche wasn't shown as being under the influence of alcohol. That's what I'm surprised about, to be honest with you. Because, there's been a lot of clips coming out of Anne, right? But, we're talking Anne like inebriated, not only on her podcast, and even one that has since been pulled down. Okay. What was it? Better Together, whatever, with her and another lady. I believe her name is Heather. And that episode was pulled. She also said that that episode had been recorded a few days prior, but I would want to see the timestamp on the file, if you want me to be honest with you, right? On the original file. But man, even just a few days before, a few days prior, it's just kind of sad. Doing it up like that. She had a rough week, I guess, right? But under the influence of cocaine at the time of the crash, possibly fentanyl. Maybe that's a mix up. Not the drug, or are they mixing fentanyl to sort of become filler somewhat? Who knows? But they tested her blood. This is blood taken after Anne had been admitted to the hospital. We don't know how long. When was that blood taken is my question. Like, we need a really clear understanding on that. Was it actually taken on the day of the accident on Friday? Is this blood from when she was admitted to that hospital on Friday or Saturday? Is my question. Because there was a little bit of confusion there about that. But again, no alcohol detected, and that's what surprises me. Sources say that fentanyl is sometimes used as a pain medicine in hospitals. So they're going to do more testing and investigation to determine if the fentanyl was in her system at the time of the crash. There was also a bottle of alcohol clearly in the cup, inside the cup holder, right? Right before the crash. Interestingly, a run-in that she had with someone that she bought a wig from says that she didn't seem drunk, but maybe he's just giving a little courtesy or something like that. Who knows? He's kind of in a space where he's got upper clientele, right? So he can't be telling their secrets. You're going to tell on me if I come by and been smoking a doobie or whatever? You're going to tell on me and shit? But no, He also said that she acted somewhat like acted like a little girl, which was kind of weird to me, but whatever. This was a really, really bad crash, too. Like, I even listened to some of the police scanner audio, fire truck, firefighter audio. And it was, and this audio, the scanner audio went well over an hour that I actually listened to. She was inside of that car while it was on fire for a little while there. For she definitely suffered severe burns. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate that. Yeah, it just here's my question though, and I think it's a valid one to bring up. The fact that there is alcohol in that car. We have seen clips of her being absolutely inebriated in interviews recently. This podcast from just a few days prior, if what the lady Heather is saying is to be believed without looking at the actual timestamp of the file, because if it was made 3 days prior and you don't have anything to worry about, then why pull the podcast, right? That's, there's plenty of other evidence out there that seems to, and paparazzi are ruthless out there. Like, they are ruthless. Nakai, good to see you, Nakai. They are ruthless out there in California. She almost hit a woman. Didn't even break. She was going so fast. I even said to myself while I was investigating this case and just looking at everything that was out there, right? I was just even saying to myself, is it possible that the car, how the gas pedal can get stuck? That's actually happened to me before when I was 17. Never forget that. Blue station wagon too. And y'all, it was like February in Kansas City, Missouri too. Ice and snow and all that shit. I'll never forget that experience. Oh, raggedy ass car. And I mean, stepping on the brake does nothing. That's some scary stuff. But that doesn't appear to be the case here. I don't know. It doesn't appear to be the case here. Listen, I think it's worthy.
Get away with a great deal.
I think it's worthy of people seeing this again or hearing this. This is Anne speeding down the street, right? Listen to this, like a rocket. That's crazy. And she crashes the car, right? And then this horrible fire, this raging fire that goes on for well over an hour, almost 60 firefighting personnel. That's why there was so much police scanner audio that I was listening to. It's why there was so much of it. They were out there forever trying to put that fire out. It was we're talking rolling hot. It's horrible, like horrible. I was surprised that Anne had even survived it. Even from that time. I mean, it's that bad of an accident. And again, you can go listen to the audio yourself. I mean, she was in that car for a while it was on fire. I mean, you hear her slam into the house. Man, shout out to TMZ for getting this her Harvey Levin at TMZ for getting this footage, man, because this Ring camera especially, so it's even more important now. I mean, you can actually hear the car crashing, right? That's crazy, y'all. She was wham, just thought she was invisible. Car was, I've even seen people. Oh, wait. I've even seen people publishing photos of the car after the accident, and it's just destroyed. Every tire looks to be on flat, like utterly destroyed. It's kind of what we gotta. I almost wasn't even going to say this, but I think I should. There, right before this happened, right before this accident where she ran into this home, she had actually ran into a storage, like a storage facility garage, and cracked it pretty good, actually, right? A guy tried to get her to get out of the car. And I just wonder if she just would have got out of the car. TMZ had that footage too. I think it's like a public storage facility, or hold on a sec. Like a end of like a storage unit building, like a garage looking building. Hold on.
I'm out of here.
It's wild.
Overhead when she suddenly sits up on the gurney, surprising firefighters.
It happened in Mar Vista. That's where Fox 11's Coco McAvoy is live with those breaking details. Coco.
Good afternoon. This was a very serious and fiery crash here in Mar Vista. We know actress Heche is severely burned. She has critical injuries from this. Take a look at the aftermath here. You can see all of the charred items in the driveway here and on the sidewalk. And then as we pan over, you can also see that there's caution tape surrounding this entire home after it was seriously damaged in this crash as well. Let's show you some new surveillance video that we just got into our newsroom. You can see the moments before the crash. You will see a blue Mini Cooper fly by on the street here leading up into this house. You can see that actress Heche was going at a high rate of speed, at least according to the video here. This is Ring camera footage. And now take a look at this other video that we're going to show you this afternoon. You can see the fiery aftermath from this crash following this bad crash. It all happened on South Walgrove Avenue just before 11 o'clock this morning. The car, that Mini Cooper, barreled through the house, causing a massive fire. Firefighters knocked down the flames and pulled the charred car out of the home. The driver's license plates come back to actress Heche. Skyfox video shows Heche pop up disoriented while she's wrapped in a white cloth following this crash. Neighbors in the area have been rushing to this scene all afternoon to try to figure out what was going on. Take a listen to what this one witness had to say about what she saw.
There was 3 fire engines here and a lot of commotion. But the result was the fire that was going on, the billows of fire were so like 200 feet high. So I know it had to be pretty severe inside.
And what we just learned a few minutes ago was that a neighbor in this area actually ran to this scene in his flip-flops. He got the homeowner out of her home safely along with her pets. We also learned that he tried to get actress Heche out of her vehicle as well. But with all of the smoke and the flames, he felt like that would not be the best idea. So he waited for those paramedics to arrive. But obviously, very heroic actions from that neighbor. And we're hoping to speak to him soon and have that for you at 7 o'clock. Back to you.
All right, Coco, thank you. More on Anne Heche. She is an Emmy-nominated actress. Her most recent film was 13 Minutes. She may be best known for 6 Days, 7 Nights with Harrison Ford and Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones. She was also in a relationship with Ellen DeGeneres from 1997 to 2000.
That's when Ellen famously came out. More breaking.
They always tie you to your past, don't they? Always. Best believe it, man. They always bring up Ellen. So I actually even seen a paparazzi ask Ellen about it. I mean, you can't even, Ellen DeGeneres, she wouldn't even be able to like cancel her calendar or anything because people are going to just be suspicious, right? They're just going to be suspicious. But Ellen DeGeneres said very clearly she is not in contact. She would not know. But she feels horrible, right? About what happened. Of course. Listen. I would say 23 minutes in. Listen, if you just search, just do a search for yourself. I don't even have to go into detail with it. Just do a search for yourself on YouTube and just search Anne Heche and see what sort of videos are popping up the last 5-6 days of what's been going on, recently. Various interviews with her, right? She was pretty slammed or looked pretty slammed.
It would be a shame for me to see anybody other than extraordinary. You did awesome. You dance. Thank you. I enjoyed dancing on that show. Oh my gosh, I learned so much. Keo, my partner, my king, incredible. It was an incredible time for me. Another church. I mean, but it will have a different. Oh, it doesn't work. Of course it works. Well, all amazing. Every pen makes you feel like everything. If you pay attention to the pen. Alec Baldwin gave me a pen. The most first pen I've ever had. Pens mean something. Also, I was talking about a very good friend of mine. Well, someone who I consider one of my closest friends in Long Island. I'm single and I am enjoying having friendships. Oh
yeah. Hold on, damn it. Hold on. I guess X17. Hold up. Sorry about that. X17's been around for some years. They've been around for a long time doing it.
The creativity from all departments. It would be a shame for me to see anybody other than extraordinary. You did awesome. You dance. Thank you. I enjoyed dancing on that show. Oh my gosh, I learned so much. Keo, my partner, my king. Incredible. It was an incredible time for me.
Mm.
I mean, but it will have a different.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Of course it works. But all amazing. Every pen makes you feel like anything. If you pay attention to the pen. Alec Baldwin gave me a pen. The most first pen I've ever had. Pens mean something. Also, I was talking about a very good friend of mine. Well, someone who I consider one of my closest friends in Long Island. You know.
That's just, it's almost, y'all, I know that some people are sort of saying or thinking in a way, the way someone, why would someone even drive their car like that, right? Down city streets, that's crazy. I guess some people feel invisible. I don't know, but who knew? I had no idea she was this far gone. You wouldn't even get that when you look at some of the movies and shows that she's starred in. But I think what gets me more than anything, though, is that she had an opportunity to get up out of that car. She slammed into that garage. She didn't. She kept on going. And kind of just proves what is inevitable. People keep, just, it will go bad every time, 100% of the time. Keep on trying to, play with God's will or whatever, or play with your life. Just some of these videos that are coming out are providing a bit of a different perspective, I would say. That's why I said make sure you go and search. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I don't want anyone to be hurt.
Ellen DeGeneres is sending kind words to her ex, Anne Heche, amid her hospitalization following her life-threatening
Oh, they made a
car
whole
crash.
show out of this?
Vehicle into a structure. We also have a structure fire, 2-story, single-family dwelling, heavy smoke showing. Keep everybody coming up.
While out and about in Santa Barbara, the former daytime talk show host gave a brief comment on the actress, whom she dated from 1990.
Ellen DeGeneres kind of looks like a... she kind of looks like a big, burly... and she's not even big and burly, but, just mean than like...
7 to 2000.
Mean.
Have you spoken to Anne Heche at all since her accident?
Have not.
Do you want to?
We're not in touch with each other, so I wouldn't know.
See, she made sure to say that shit. We're not in touch with each other. I wouldn't know.
Seemingly true, Ellen and Anne have had little to no communication since their split. That's something Anne mentioned to E.T. a couple years ago.
Ellen and I haven't spoken in years, and in a relationship, and I think many of us have them. You come to a fork in the road. What do you want, and what do I want? And those goals, that intent in life, is determined by the individual. And her intent and my intent were different, and that's why we separated.
But despite the two not being in touch, Ellen still hopes Anne comes out of the accident okay.
I don't want anyone to be hurt.
Yeah, it's quite a dangerous accident that happened, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Ellen and Anne have a lot of history together. Back in the 90s, their debut as a couple wasn't welcomed with open arms.
I think people have let go of this a little bit. I think they've calmed down and realized that, it's just hopefully something that's like any other couple.
It's a moment in time Anne opened up about while she competed on Dancing with the Stars in 2020.
My movie premiere, Volcano, I had told them that I was taking Ellen as my date, and I was told if I took Ellen, I would lose my Fox contract. At that moment, she took my hand and said, "Do what they say." And I say, "No, thanks." I took Ellen to the premiere. I was ushered out by security before the movie even ended and told I was not allowed to go to my own after party for fear that they would get pictures of me with a woman.
But despite those struggles, years later, she sees the good that came from that entire experience.
We went through an incredible time, and we were part of truly a part of a revolution that helped move the needle. And I couldn't be more grateful for them. Ellen and I.
Listen, just imagine being Ellen DeGeneres, though, right? And you got this ex out here running around the talk show circuits, doing interviews and shit, all in the videos and shit like that. You know, they want to be all in the video. No, I think that Ellen said what she had to say. I mean, it is what it is. But again, my last question before going out of here, though, is when was that blood taken that they're actually determining that the results of there being cocaine and fentanyl, but no alcohol whatsoever? It just makes me sort of think that there was a bit of a little delay in getting the blood, is all I'm saying. Was it actually taken 1 week ago when she was admitted into the hospital? I think that's just important. It's an important context that we should know. Anyway, y'all, I'll be on the LeakYou is now on Spotify, the backup channel. I'll be on the LeakYou backup channel later on tonight. For those of you, make sure you set your notification bell on it, on that backup channel, because that's where I'll be. I'm going to kind of hunker down a little bit. You know, it's like this trying to broadcast on YouTube, but I am on Spotify. Make sure you get subscribed over there too. Link in the description, y'all. I'm out of here.
A fiery crash, a California home completely destroyed, and a Hollywood actress left fighting for her life. Anne Heche, the Emmy Award-winning television and film star with a career spanning 3 decades, horribly injured in a devastating vehicle crash in California. The accident happened mid-morning Friday. Heche was driving her blue Mini Cooper in the Mar Vista area of Los Angeles' west side when she collided into this home, sparking 2 fires.
It erupted into flames, so not just the vehicle, but the entire home, to where we had to fight a structure fire at the same time.
It took nearly 60 firefighters more than an hour to extinguish the flames. The tenant living inside the home was there during the crash, but was not seriously injured. Heche was the only person in the vehicle. Neighbors who tried to help her still traumatized by what they saw.
It just seemed like an eternity. Before the firefighters had the fire out, I was convinced she was 100% passed away. It was just awful. And I had left her there in the car. And then, of course, we all saw her sit up in the stretcher and know that there was some hope.
David Manpearl jumped into action, trying to save Heche and the woman in that house who lost all her belongings in the fire.
She was barefoot and had nothing, no personal items whatsoever.
Heche is reportedly in critical condition, hospitalized on a ventilator with burns that require surgical intervention. She's still in a coma, having not regained consciousness. Meanwhile, police are investigating the Hollywood star for a possible DUI. And they're looking at this footage obtained by TMZ as part of their investigation, what appears to be a blue Mini Cooper seen nearly hitting a pedestrian and driving away, then bumping into a garage and zooming down the street. A cell phone video capturing this car driving at high speeds near the site of the crash. Police are also examining this Ring camera video, which appears to show Heche's vehicle speeding by a neighborhood just seconds before the crash. Investigators obtaining a warrant and drawing